Very good morning, one and all. We were discussing about the growth and development of preschooler. So, in this growth and development of preschooler, we have already discussed in detail about biological development with the height, weight, and dentition and other changes. Maturation of system we have seen, and development in different headings like motor development with gross motor and fine motor development, then spiritual development, psychosexual development, psychosocial development, language development, self-care activities which is possible for a preschooler. So these all things we have discussed. Okay, now we will see what is the play of a preschooler. So when we are looking back, in infant we have seen that initially the child will be playing onlooker play. Slowly it is becoming solitary play, the child is playing alone. And in toddler period, child plays in parallel play. So that child will be looking at a different or a particular separate child, and they will be playing the similar play which is played by another child. But there is no give and take, there is no cooperation between the other child. That's why we can say that it is a parallel play. Nowhere these two playmates, we can say two toddlers, are not meeting or they are not fusing. That's why we can say that that type of play is parallel play. So what is the type of play and details of a preschooler we can see? So in preschooler, the type of play is associative play because preschoolers interact with others during play. So we know that in infancy there was very less interaction. In toddler period there is no interaction, and now preschoolers will start association between each other. So therefore the type of play is associative play. They will be looking at the toys, they will be sharing little bit. We cannot expect a large sharing of toys and other things, but little bit they will be cooperating with others while play. So this type of play is known as associative play. Play should provide for physical, mental, and social development. So we know that in the psychosocial development, we have seen that it is an initiative versus guilt. So they start the initiation of all activities and including the social interactions. So these all associations and interaction with during play with others will help for their physical, mental, and social development. Then constructive, creative, and educational toys can be provided for self-expression. So for preschoolers, we can have a little bit thinking like what can be done, what can be purchased for a preschooler so that these all abilities, constructive, creative abilities can be increased. So play patterns in a preschooler, they will have toy play. They play with toys like a car or anything they will play, that is toy play. They will have dramatization. That means they will be imitating the role of a big caregiver. Maybe they will be dramatizing the mother's role or the father's role, especially boys, and dramatization of a shopkeeper. So these all dramatization they may do. Constructions like small constructions with the building block or with any toys, they will be doing some constructive work. Games, running or sports or games, they will be participating. Football or small children, they will be playing with cricket. So some games they will be engaged. Reading small children's books, they will be trying to read, at least they will be trying to see the pictures. Then movies, radio, telephone, television, so they will be interested to see movies, especially cartoon movies and other things in the television. and they use even mobiles, and also they may like to hear music in the radio. So these all play patterns will be exhibited by a preschool child. And play stimulation by 3 years, they like things that move, talk, make noise. So when we are purchasing a toy, they like to have toys with movement, talking, and make noise. Then crayons, paints, transportation toys can be given. Play telephone, record players, single puzzles and soap bubbles they will be liking. So these are the play stimulation for 3 years, and after that 4 years provide dollhouse, blackboard, chalk, paper, scissors, garden toys, blocks of all sizes and paints and clay. So these all toys and other things they will be enjoying and play, and they play cooperatively with others. So maybe neighborhood or within the family they will be cooperatively playing with others by 4 years. And by 5 years loves to transport things in trucks or cars. So they will be trying to take something to another place, transportation of the items they will be interested. Construction toys, paper dolls, books and puzzles. Simple games for team play, maybe small football or any cycle race, or simple games they will be interested. So this is about the play and stimulation in a preschooler. So the type of play is associative play because the child starts in its interaction with the society, like playmates they will be interacting. So that is a associative play. Hope you all are clear with the type of play, and we will move into needs of preschooler. So as we have seen in needs of infants and toddler, here there are some emotional needs, like they should get satisfaction of the social needs. That means they should get some society to interact. That means playmates, or within the family or with outside the family, they should give an opportunity to interact. So normally that's why we are sending the preschool child to Anganawadi or to a nursery sitting, so that they get a partners in play and they have to get interaction opportunities. So that is another need of preschooler. Along with that, child should get love and security as infant and toddler is getting. Proper guidance and discipline is very important in preschooler, and dependence progressing to independence. As a part of that, the sense of initiative are making strides in becoming independent in self-care activities. So there should be more uh, affinity towards independence, or the preschoolers will be striving for getting their independence. They want to uh, come out from the dependence of this caregiver. So during that time proper guidance should be provided, and proper disciplinary talks should be there with the preschooler. That is very important when they are progressing to independence. And nursery and school and kindergarten, that is already we have seen, that is a need of the preschooler, because they should get chances of interaction with the peers or with the society. So as a part of psychosocial development, we have seen that the child is an initiative. So child should get a chance for initiating the social interactions. And also in the play also we have seen that child is in associative play. So somebody should be there to associate. So that is a part of their development. So nursery, school and kindergarten, so 3 to 5 years we will be sending them for these all purposes. It offers opportunities for experimentation, creative activity, problem solving and socializing. So this is the purpose of nursery, school and kindergarten for a preschooler. It provides activities that the child performs daily at homes. So there is no much education is provided in kindergarten or nursery school, there are opportunities for socialization and the similar activities which the child performs at home. They are practicing in the nursery school so that they will have to sing song, they can dance, they can eat food, they can rest. So these all activities very similar to the home setup they will be providing at nursery school or kindergarten. The next need is health promotion. So nutrition, the total calorie which is required is 1300 to 1700 kilocalorie. Till now we were discussing according to weight of the child, but now it is a total calorie which is calculated for a preschooler. It is 1300 to 1700 kilocalorie, and protein requirement for a preschooler is nearly 30 grams. And normally the child will be tolerating three large meals, okay, breakfast, lunch and dinner, but in between we have to provide some snacks like mid morning, mid afternoon snacks is needed for a preschooler. Time of eating provide cheerful atmosphere because they will be liking to start eating. They will be very interested to start eating if the items are very good for them. Provide milk, ghee, jaggery, vegetables, fruits, fish and so on. So normally they will be taking a family pot diet which is very similar to the other family members, but we have to provide some extra milk, ghee, jaggery, vegetables, fruits, fish, etc., so that their needs for the growth and development can be met. Another health promotion activity which is needed for preschooler is the accident prevention. So in infancy and toddlers we have seen accident is one of the main reason for getting hospitalized, and here in preschooler also accident is a very major issue, health issue for preschooler also. So that we have to provide proper attention in preventing accident. And another health promotion activity is sleep and activity, and preschooler sleeps approximately 12 hours a night, and television viewing just before bedtime can cause delay sleep onset, bedtime fears, etc. So we have to see properly, like these all habits should be avoided, and especially for preschoolers. Another health promotion activity which is needed for a preschooler is the dental health, dental checkup at 6 months or 12 months. So, a frequent health checkup is needed so that we can prevent to some extent the dental caries and other problems which can be seen in the teeth. Physiological and biological needs. So, control of bodily functions are very important in preschoolers. So, what we expect in bodily functions for a preschooler is they have a control over urination and defecation. That is what we expect from a preschooler. So, if it is not happening, enuresis, that is involuntary discharge of urine or wetting, the bed wetting can be there in some children. So the causes of this particular enuresis in a preschooler can be lack of proper toilet training, too early or too severe training. So strict training can also cause enuresis, and overtraining or an organic problem. So these are the causes of enuresis, and what we have to do is identify the cause and assure the child, build the confidence in the child. So these are the management what we can provide in the enuresis in a child with the enuresis, especially in a preschooler. And if the defecation is not in voluntary control, it is known as encorpus. So the child continues to have uncontrolled stool passage beyond the bowel control is expected. Then it is known as encorpus. So we start bowel training in the 18 months to 2 years. So by this time, that is by 3 year, 4 year, we expect a complete control over the defecation. So if it is not happening, it is known as encompases. And the causes also the same, like too rigid toilet training or poor parent-child relationship. So that can lead to encompases. And in this condition also, we have to provide proper support for the child, and also we have to identify the exact reason for encompases. Next is about the accident prevention. In the previous slide, just we have seen one pointer as injury prevention or accident prevention. So the common accidents can be motor vehicle accidents or pedestrian injury. So now we know that the child is in initiative stage. The child starts interacting with their society, maybe with the neighborhood. So pedestrian injuries also can be there when they are traveling with the parent, or when they are traveling alone, they can have injuries. So teach child never to go into road alone. You have to say that they should not go to road alone, and use safety gates, bicycle helmets and seat belt when they are traveling. And the second problem, injury which can happen in a preschooler, is drowning. So teach child never to go into water without an adult. Provide supervision whenever the child is near water. And it is better to teach the child swimming during this time. And burns, keep matchbox and cigarette lighters out of reach. So these all points you have to read along with the points which we discussed in the toddler period. So these are the additional points which to which we have discussed the in toddlers accident prevention. So keep matchbox and cigarette lighters out of reach of a preschooler. Teach child how to call child helpline if there is burns or something is happening. And teach child to roll if clothes are on fire. The next injury, which can be from needle and sharp instruments, poisons and chemicals. So keep everything out of reach of a preschooler. And another one is the electric shock. So this also the point is discussed in the previous class in toddlers. So electric shock also, we have to see the sources of electricity, whether it is properly covered, sockets are properly covered or not, and it should not be should not have any hanging wires or anything which can cause the electric shock for the preschooler. So hope you all understood regarding growth and development and needs of preschooler. Thank you very much for viewing this video and attending the class. Thank you very much. We'll continue in the next video. Thank you.